Let's
Hell yeah.
examine some shit. First, hint coins.
Bree,
Yeah.
while you're finding hint coins, I need to ask.
Yeah?
If you were a character in a game and someone was voice acting you, what would your activation phrase be?
My activation phrase would be, so true. So
God.
true.
Oh wow, that's such a good. That is. Yeah, no, yeah. If someone could do that, I'd be like, they've got it.
Yeah,
They've nailed it.
that's the activation phrase. What about yours?
I don't think I have an answer that's as good as that one.
I still want to hear your answer,
Like, I didn't even think about like something that's just like a little. Oh, I have one.
Yeah.
Um, if you've ever played a tabletop game with me, when I'm GMing, I'll just and something happens and I just go, huh, interesting.
Yeah. You do that.
Yeah.
That's 100%. Huh.
People hate it.
100%.
It's like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Huh.
No, but it makes total sense.
Or wow. Wow.
Oh, I can imagine it. That's not how
how
doors work.
I don't know why I did Luke. That's not how doors work.
No, completely.
This is
different
Luke
for
trying
Friends.
to voice
Completely
act you.
different for Friends version. I can hear it in my head though. I can hear it.
I do, huh? Interesting. Okay, there we
You
go. That's my
absolutely
activation
do.
phrase.
Mostly through our salty spotlights. There's very little that makes you go, huh, interesting in our worst foot forward.
Yeah, whenever I'm just like, oh, I have to process this, I think that is what I say consistently.
Yeah.
Anyways.
There was once, I have been told, what's the thing that I always do when I'm GMing? I've genuinely been told this before, that like, there's a specific phrase that I do, which goes like, I think it's like, I think it's cool, okay. I think that was it. I think it was that. Cool, okay.
You know what? When you say
it's yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, uh-huh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, uh-huh. That is 100%. Yeah,
You just listening noises?
Just like that specific like phrasing though is what I've been told. There's a reason that's not how a tourniquet works. I've 100% heard you say that. Always, a lot of times. A lot of times.
I do think your original answer was the best answer.
Thank you. So true. So true. It seems the ceiling and pillars in this room are crumbling into the water. Let us hurry. I thought so. They said that this area is more well preserved than other areas, but now they're also talking about how it's crumbling. We need to get out of here fast.
Well, the destruction is well preserved. You see, it's well preserved that it looks like shit.
So true. It always looked this bad.
So true.
The stairs just suddenly end. I've got it. They must be stairs to nowhere. Alright. Let's see the actual altar.
Maya's never heard of a dais. What's up with this pedestal? It looks a bit strange. It looks like something is missing.
It would appear something quite large once stood here. Perhaps an object of worship. Something large?
Ah, look up there! Above the shrine! Maya's never heard of a cool spot to chill. What's that? It looks like there are marks all over the wall. In the shape of a heart.
Whatever was on this pedestal must have been even larger than I originally thought.
It seems whatever it was has been taken away for some reason. I wonder why.
The inscription on the stone plaque could perhaps offer us a clue. Although, I'm afraid the words in this inscription are somewhat ancient. So you can't read what it says? I'm really confused about when you can magically decode languages. It would be quite a different story if I were able to take this relic back to London for analysis. As it stands now, however, I may only be able to decipher a portion of it. Why?
You see, it simply has to be in London. This is why archaeologists take everything and steal it and take it to London. It's so that they can do
They are
better.
lampshading
Because
the deciphering. It's wild.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Really, Professor? What does it say?
Okay, I gotta make something up that sounds convincing. It seems as if the previous inhabitants of these ruins were responsible for this inscription. Well, the inscription itself would appear to provide yet another mystery to be solved. Allow me to read it aloud.
Thank you, Venom. Like, yeah, no shit.
The former inhabitants of these ruins created, a bell out of pure silver as a tribute to the gods they worshipped here. I don't know.
So they made a giant silver bell. That's actually quite impressive.
However, when the bell was rung, it did not summon a god, but instead an evil demon. Okay, gods have never been brought up before in this realm. He is making this shit up. He is fully just bullshitting.
Also demon. Like, not to just gloss over the fact that now we're talking about, like, we're talking about witches before. Sure.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about demons.
Uh-huh. Well, witches and demons are inherently connected, of course. But
That's true. They're the same thing.
yeah, it's because witches were, in medieval times, they were accused of having sex with Satan. That was what their whole thing was.
Who wouldn't?
This evil demon brought upon this world a great catastrophe, causing considerable damage to the land. Did you say a great catastrophe? What could have happened? Those that survived the incident dubbed it the Bell of Ruin and sealed it within this very room right here. They then fled in fear of the curse placed upon this land by the demon, of course. The inscription contains one final warning. To those who have gained entry into this sanctum, heed our words. You must not ring the Bell of Ruin.
Professor, we should ring the Bell of Ruin.
That is as much as I can gather. He's just enforcing his racist colonial views on non-sensitive civilizations. 100%. He's like, I went to this temple one time, and this seems the same.
This seems the same, yeah.
I believe the object that was removed from this shrine was the very Bell of Ruin mentioned in the inscription.
Professor, could this have anything to do with Bacilla?
I cannot say for sure, Luke. After all, demons and witches are two very different concepts. Okay. Sure.
There we go.
Go against the thing I said earlier. Yeah. However, perhaps there is a chance that the two are connected in origin through this legend. Have we learned anything? Like, is it connected to the witches? Maybe.
Guy 2 seconds away from saying barbarian and its synonyms.
No!
Yeah.
Oh.
Origin, Professor?
Think back to what was written. What followed the great catastrophe? You must mean the curse placed upon this land part, right? I imagine that when the bell was rung, it must have summoned something.
What sort of curse could that have been? And what was this great catastrophe brought upon by the demon? Wait, could it be? Is she just gonna fully transform? The fire that destroyed the entire town?
Remember.
I don't know who's reading this. I think it's just remember. Huh?
Spella, what's wrong? Your eyes got weird.
No, nothing's wrong.
Are you sure? You don't have to put on a brave face for us. Tell us if you're not feeling good, okay?
Yes, of course. But this still has me wondering, What exactly was the catastrophe that happened a long time ago? I can only think of one thing in Labyrinthia that could be called a catastrophe. The legendary fire.
Of course, both the Bell of Ruin and the Legend of Bozella must be... Espella, are you absolutely sure you're feeling okay? Your face has gone really pale.
The legendary fire.
Oh, voice acting.
Do you remember now, Espella? Who are you? Allow me to remind you of who and what you truly are. And what you did so many years ago.
Here we go.
What I did?
Shenron?
Espella, are you all right?
No, I am. That's right. I am Bozella. The Great Witch Bozella. Espella!
Oh, shit.
And so it has begun.
Honestly, the plot makes no sense. The anime parts, I love it.
Really fun. Great time.
Love the animation. Like how they animated the fire into dragon form. That was really smooth.
Yeah. Feel someone's will leading us inexorably towards the records under the forest and beneath the library. So
Okay.
true. Seeing the appearance, bell tower appeared in a
So
fiery
we
blaze,
solved that.
but no one has ever heard its bell. Bell tower.
Oh.
Bell tower. I forgot about the bell tower completely.
I did remember the bell tower, but I was like, I thought that had a bell.
No one's heard it. Bell room is
Yeah.
sealed with the runes specifically. Who could have taken it and where? To the bell tower.
Wait.
obviously.
I
It
was
like
curious how
Estella
many are
wasn't
left.
herself anymore. Almost as if she was possessed. She kept murmuring, "I'm the Great Witch Bozella," over and over and over again. She took off running when we tried to calm her down. We tried going after her, but she lost us. We searched everywhere for her. The ruins, the forest, but there was no sign of her. No matter where we looked, we thought she might have returned to town. And if she did, the knights would be sure to catch her and drag her back to that terrifying courtroom. Needless to say, we went back to town straight away to search for her. And then, without warning, Labyrinthia was hit by a heavy rainstorm. There was an ominous silence over the entire town square. The only thing I could hear was the rain. We didn't know it at the time, but that rain, it was a sign of the terrible things that were to come.
We're in it now.
Yeah, we didn't want to animate this bit.
Yeah, obviously they couldn't animate it, you know, budgets. Budgetary concerns, you know how it is. Oh, we missed 2 puzzles. That's very funny.
All right. I feel like we're getting really close to the end.
Yeah.
I'll be real, I don't think the writing has nailed the whole deny she's Bozella and then Bozella reveal even a little.
No, I don't think
Yeah.
so. I mean, I thought she was Bozella, but I don't think they've earned it. The story's end.
The story's end. There we go.
You know what that means.
It's the start of a new game.
Where's Espella? Where could she be?
There's no sign of her at all. This is very strange. I've a feeling we're the only ones around.
Huh? Professor, look at this!
Oh, cool background.
Look! It's a new story!
That means that the parade has already taken place.
Anyway, let's read it!
The final story. At the appointed place of ending, as twilight faded to darkness. Oops. The weaver of the story will meet the Great Witch for the first and final time. The concluding scene will glow in the flames of great magic as the teller of the story is silenced forever. This evening, at the final witch trial, the legendary Great Witch will be consumed by her own flames. The town, finally freed from the shackles of the story and witchcraft, will bathe in the morning light of the new dawning day. Sorry, I think I can hear myself. Is that just me?
That's just you. I can't hear you double.
Oh, okay. Okay, weird. Anyways, the new town will be aglow with freedom from the past and fresh hope for the future.
Yeah, let's kill the old guy and collapse this universe only exists because he's writing it. That's not what's gonna happen, most like, unfortunately. Now, the question is it moral to doom an entire town because of some old guy you want to kill? This is
Depends on the town.
difficult one. It depends on this town. Does this mean what I think it means?
No way. That can't be.
Is this what that great witch meant? Yes, it is a trolley problem. Except the options are one guy. No, the old guy keeps getting to do whatever the fuck he wants, or he dies, but so does everyone else. Whatever.
This is almost like Life is Strange. The ending of Life is Strange.
True.
Almost.
Whatever the case, let's find a speller before panic spreads throughout the town.
We should probably split up. If only we had some leads.
Go to the storyteller, you idiots! What?
If only we had some leads. If only we knew where to look.
Oh my god. The appointed place of ending. Perhaps this is referring to the town square at which the parade always ends. While the teller of the story can mean none other than a speller's father. As for being silenced forever, this is almost certainly an indication that he will lose his life.
In that case, Professor, the chances of a speller being at the town square are pretty high, right?
Indeed, Mr. Wright. Let's head to the square and find her. Here we go.
Alright. Oh, it looks like everyone in the town is here.
It would appear that they all wish to see the final story with their own eyes.
Professor, about this final story. Why would the Great Witch Bizella show up tonight of all nights?
I've been wondering the same thing. She's never once shown herself before now. Perhaps the power of the story is such that even the actions of the Great Witch are subject to its control.
And one more thing. Why in the world would the storyteller write his own death into the story?
Indeed, there appears to be quite a few mysteries contained within this final story. Although I suggest we don't dwell on them for the time being.
I agree. First things first, let's find Espella.
Hell, dimension for all time, or exterminate all existence. Every day, I don't know.
I
Ask
saw a
that
great
question myself
fan
every
comic
day.
for Life is Strange Aftermath where the main Chloe and Max are like trying to find therapy because Max would like that and trying to vaguely describe what went on. The therapist is like, so you're describing the trolley problem, and kicks them out.
That's really funny.
I met someone in real life named Chloe Price.
That's wild. I think it's weird enough that I share a last name with her.
Yeah. Now I know a Chloe, a person with the last name Price, and a Chloe Price. Really, I'm
Wow.
getting them all. I'm collecting all the Chloes and all the Prices.
Let's talk to these two.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm Petal, I think. And you're the other one, I think.
I don't remember.
You better hide now, because you know you can't win.
Can too, and I won't hide.
You'll be crispy bacon in no time. Just accept it.
Will not. You'll see. I will become a knight, and if I say I'll protect you, I'll protect you.
Come on, how's a little chicken like you supposed to protect me from Bazella?
Just watch me.
They did not, in fact, have their own name cards.
No, that had nothing to do with the plot.
Great, fantastic.
Maybe it's the creepy shrouded figure. Oh
It's
no, it's
Tugget.
just this guy. Who was Tugget?
Who the fuck is Tugget? Do you want Tugget or should I take Tugget?
The Dutch dude. Who was Tugget, Fen? Do you remember?
I'll do it.
You should do it. Can you do Dutch?
Sure. The parade was... nope. Hang on. Ja. The parade was totally
Activation
different
prize.
this time. It's totally German, but fuck it. Inquisitor Darklaw was nowhere to be seen, and Inquisitor Barnum looked so agitated. And not only that, but they said this is going to be the last story. What's to become of us all from here on?
For his ruffles.
How are we ever gonna find a spell with all these people around? And they're all useless.
Ah, look over there. It's the storyteller.
Get his ass for his ruffles.
How cheap, how low class.
Now here's our high-class Phantom of the Opera.
He gets a 3D
And now
3D model?
The time is upon us.
He sure does.
The time of release from the curses of witchcraft and the story.
I think we've had his reading.
The legendary Bezella will appear before us, and the story of the longest night will begin. Prepare yourselves for the dramatic climax.
But that means we'll lose our storyteller.
But why will he be sacrificed?
There is no reason for sorrow. My stories are no more than a peek at the caprice and irony of unfolding fate. We are all being carried along on the vast and irresistible sea of chance. I am no more than one person in the sea of people who are here tonight. No more and no less.
Oh, storyteller! Storyteller! Don't stop writing our story!
This isn't good. It's getting dark already. Remember what the story said?
At the appointed place of ending, as twilight fades to darkness.
When we still haven't found a spell yet.
Hey, look at that!
Hmm? Somebody's at the top of the tower! What? At the top of the tower?
Ding ding ding, Fan, you were right. Look, Nick, someone's definitely up there.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Look, everyone, the great witch Bezella has finally appeared. The time has arrived. This story will come to an end.
That must be her! Can it really be?
The Great Witch Bazella!
Here and now, my life will surely come to an end. The great witch Bezella will be apprehended, and true peace will come to this town.
Glenworm!
Oh fuck yeah, hell yeah, let's go.
Grandworms.
This is Bergermont.
Don't know what that means.
Right.
No, Luke!
Mr. Wright, there, follow me.
Espella.
Fen, you're correct.
So true.
So you were the Great Witch Bezella after all. A truly terrifying witch who would even attack her own father.
Get up! Get up and stand before us, Great Witch Bezella!
Why do they get lines?
Don't know.
Like, what?
I
Anyway,
don't know.
Espella.
You can't be Espella. There's no way. Espella, are you alright? Espella.
Are you okay, Espella?
She seems to be wide awake, but she's not responding. I don't get it. What happened here? Ah!
Hey, it's Eve! Eve, were you with Espella the whole time? Can you tell me what happened here? What did she say, Luke? Nothing. She didn't tell me a thing.
Will you people keep your distance? I can't have you getting close to the Great Witch Bezella until the commencement of the final trial. This girl is to be handed over to the Knights of the Inquisition. Take her away.
Sir.
Hey, don't you dare lay a finger on her. Surely you must have seen her just now. Tell me, did she or did she not just summon a great big fire dragon? But you still can't say for sure that Espella is a witch.
That's right. Someone must have knocked her out and brought her here against her will.
That's ridiculous. We Vigilantes were the first one at this tower. Yeah, they've never been called Vigilantes before.
I was thinking this too, yeah.
And when we arrived, this girl was the only person present. Any one of us would swear to it on their honor as a knight who's also a Vigilante. And also a guard. Things are not always as they might appear. You've yet to investigate the scene of the incident, have you not? There's no need! It's obvious beyond a shadow of a doubt what has transpired here. Oi, get a move on! Take that girl away before she regains consciousness.
But, sir, there seems to be some kind of commotion downstairs.
What?
You take your... Oh, this is the baker.
You take your hands off that young girl. I'm family.
Hey, you! Cease!
You lot. Just keep your grubby meat hooks off my little Espella! Ah, boss. Maya, Phoenix. Who let this woman up here? Remove her immediately.
Sir!
Don't you lay a hand on me. That's it!
What was that? White powder.
That's my very finest white flower. Be thankful of that, you whippersnapper. Wow. Why, you impudent, bread-brained baker! Go ahead and draw that sword at your own risk, sonny. I'll show you a thing or two. The rolling pin is mightier than the sword!
Go off.
Don't you have anything better to do than intimidate defenseless women? You dork in a tin can? What is with you people? I understand how you two feel, but may I ask you to both calm down a little? You're acting hysterical.
Jesus Christ.
Professor? We are the only ones who can discover the truth and save Espella.
The professor's right. We have to keep her cool and carefully plan our next move. No women allowed.
I guess. And to think, the Phoenix I once knew could barely even plan his next loaf of bread. If you'll excuse us, we must be on our way. Now why couldn't you just leave peacefully in the first place? Espella, I still believe in you, my dear girl. Take the girl away! That means now.
I'm afraid, sir, that won't exactly be completely possible at the present time, sir.
Get thee to an eye wash station. That's really good. What now?
A moment ago, that new recruit got carried away and locked the entrance. Currently, no one is able to leave the tower, sir.
This is what we needed. We needed more of this fucking nonsense. What did you say? That idiot of a new recruit did what? We've been ordered to take this girl to the interrogation room as soon as possible. The trial of the Great Witch is tonight. The appropriate arrangements are already underway in the square. We don't have time for this.
Sorry, sir. I'll go and hang that new recruit up by his heels.
I hope it's Nidal. I hope so bad it's Nidal.
I think it's Nidal, yeah.
Shh. We're all leaving now, and that's that. Bring that witch here to me. Looks like they took Espella away with them.
That made my blood boil. Having to just stand here and watch her get dragged away like that.
We must bide our time, Luke. Don't be hysterical. The time for action will come.
Although, at present, this place is still in complete turmoil. Look, there are vigilantes and knights running all over the place.
And those are two different things.
They're different things.
That oversized rust bucket said the trial will be held tonight, didn't he? Indeed, that would seem to be the case, according to the storyteller's story, at least.
Honestly, though, who knows what will happen this time?
I do. You're gonna free her.
Yeah. Has she been the only person on trial? No, I guess Maya.
Maya was on trial once.
Great.
So it would not be so, but we will not be so easily convinced of her guilt. Let's see, there's a fucking story about it. So true. I simply cannot comprehend it. Storyteller, can this really be a suitable ending to the story you have written? As a father, how can you possibly subject your own daughter to a fate such as this? I'm losing confidence in the system! Grey Earl was not on trial. That was all Maya that whole time.
Yeah. It's just like the other witch was not on trial. It was Espella who was on trial that time. Yeah. Oh, right. Sorry, this isn't Barnum. Inquisitor Barnham, we have the Great Witch in custody.
You took your time, did you not? How long is it now since the incident?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. It took longer than expected on account of those incompetent vigilantes. They only just handed her over to us.
Your excuses do not interest me. You do realize that according to the story, the trial of the Great Witch must convene this evening, do you not?
Yes, sir. Arrangements for the setting up of the special outside court have commenced.
Oh, sick. Outside court. much information as possible before the proceedings begin. There's little time left, so get going.
Yes, sir. You heard the Inquisitor Witch. Get moving.
Stop! Do not treat the accused like that.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. But, sir, this girl's accused of...
I know very well what she's accused of. But for the time being, that is precisely what she is. Accused, not guilty.
Inquisitor Barnum.
This girl is not a witch until she has been pronounced guilty. Treat her with respect. That is an order!
Yes, sir.
What's happening to me?
Fucking middle
I'm
management.
losing.
Goddamn, can't even beat up people I capture anymore.
Espella Cantabella. I would like to hear the truth from you. Are you really the Great Witch Bizella?
I'm...
Go and prepare for questioning. I shall be along shortly.
I think this is Darklaw.
That won't be necessary.
Fucking called it. Hell yeah, let's go.
Inquisitor Darklaw! What did you just say? I said that will not be necessary. You see, this evening, you'll not be the one standing in court. What is the meaning of this? Who then? Who will stand in court? For the trial of the Great Witch Bizella. Surely it is only fitting the High Inquisitor herself prosecute. You're not saying... I'm saying that I will be filling the role of Inquisitor in tonight's trial. Is that understood, Barnum? High Inquisitor, just what are you planning? I'm not sure I quite follow. What are you implying? I followed after you, and my pursuit led me into a mysterious forest. Upon doing so, I witnessed a most unusual scene. Several mysterious robed figures surrounding a character whom they referred to as the Great Witch. The Great Witch hiding behind that masked exterior was none other than you, High Inquisitor Darklaw. My Inquisitor. How very interesting. And where, may I ask, is your proof of this? Proof? Well, did you not even remove the mask to confirm the identity of that person? Well, I was unable to confirm anything. Thanks to her use of witchcraft, I was robbed of consciousness. Is that so? In that case, Barnum, I'm afraid I will have to treat what you've just said as treason. And treason against the High Inquisitor means treason against the storyteller. You there!
Yes, milady.
Escort Zacharias Barnum to the dungeon for his crime of treason.
Yes, milady?
On second thought, he may prove a handful for the likes of you men alone. I shall come along and assist your escort. Now, ready the horses.
Yes, sir. I mean, milady.
Wait right here, Barnum. We're taking you into immediate custody. I do not believe it. I will not believe it. I cannot believe that Espella Cantabella is the Great Witch Bizella. Blast of all the times.
Inquisitor Barnum, please know that it pains me to restrain the great defender of Labyrinthia.
There's no need to apologize. I'm aware that you are only doing your duty.
But sir...
So true,
Woof
Constantine.
woof rough.
Constantine, what are you doing here, boy?
Oh.
My faithful companion, Constantine. I'm sorry to say, it appears that your master has reached the end of his career. A great task has befallen me, but now I shall be unable to complete it. It's such a pity.
This is pitiful. The once great Inquisitor Barnum, conveying words of remorse to his faithful dog. And what, may I ask, was this great task of which you spoke?
That's simple. To find the truth.
The truth?
Until I met Sir Blue Knight and Sir Dark Hat, the question hadn't occurred to me. Is Espella Cantabella really the Great Witch Bezella? Why would the storyteller write a story in which his own daughter is executed? I, Zacharias Barnum, as a defender of this town, must know the truth behind this.
I'll tell you one thing, Inquisitor Barnum. I'll tell you why you were unable to find the truth.
What is the reason?
There is one thing which, despite your great ability, you lack.
Something I lack?
What you lack is resolve.
What do you mean?
In order to find out the truth, you went to great lengths in following me to the woods. I don't reproach you for that. You felt it was your duty as a knight. But that's also the problem, Inquisitor. Why could you not go to such lengths when it came to doubting the storyteller himself?
That's crazy. It's not right for a knight to question the integrity of his lord and master.
And so you failed. Your knightly pride was your critical flaw.
Huh? Critical flaw?
That tower, the one in which the storyteller lives. Perhaps the truth you were seeking could have been found in the small room at the very top of that tower.
What are you saying?
In any case, at this stage of the game, it's too late to do anything. So I suggest you assign your unfinished task to that faithful dog of yours.
Huh?
Very well then, Zacharias Barnum. It's time to go. From this evening, you'll be spending your time in a damp, dark place, deep underground. It might be a good opportunity for you to cool that hot head of yours.
I have several things to say.
Oh, yeah?
So the first thing that I would need to say, really, really crucial here. Obviously, she's possessing Espella to do Bezella stuff, 100%. That's what's going on. So what's been happening since the beginning. Can you treason a dead guy? First of all, you don't treason people.
Yes.
You treason states. You can't treason a person. You treason a state. In an authoritarian state, treason could be trying to usurp a person. However, what Barnum did was not treason, it was sedition. Sedition is when you speak against an authoritarian ruler. Treason is when you act against them. So what he did was he did sedition. They're using treason here because I don't know that children are going to understand the careful distinction between treason and sedition unless they're cool children.
I didn't
like
know
I
the
was.
difference.
I'm
I'm learning that today, now, right this second.
Yeah, so I think that's what sedition means. I'm like 99% sure that this is sedition and not treason.
Sure. If it, I believe you.
Yes, conduct your speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch versus treason, which is the crime of betraying a country or its government. Yeah, so treason versus sedition, two different things. First thing.
However, consider treason against God.
That's called heresy. Treason against God is called heresy. Technically, that's sedition against God. But heresy, I guess, yeah, that would technically be sedition against God. Treason against God, that's being Satan, I guess. I don't think anyone else has been able to.
What else did you have to say? You had
Second
many
thing
things to say.
that I needed to say. Obviously, what's about to happen is Constantine has heard everything, including the small room at the top of the tower, and Luke's gonna talk to him because Constantine's a very good dog, and Constantine's gonna take up the thing. So Constantine's gonna be like, "Hey, I got shit to say," and then Luke's gonna talk to him, and Luke's gonna find out, and then we're gonna go to the small room at the top of the tower. Obviously, that's what's about to happen here. Darklaw fails because she didn't realize that Luke has speaking to dog powers, because she doesn't know about Luke's power. Third thing, Barnum is his own protagonist, his own game happening entirely separately from what's been going on up until now. Yes, and it's better than the rest of this game. It's a better game.
Barnum being kicked out of the Knights is just Gumshoe being kicked out of the patrol.
I don't know who Gumshoe is.
He is an ex-cop in the Phoenix Wright games.
Sure, probably true.
Who's like big and burly and,
Sure.
and literally just the Barnum is the stand-in Gumshoe.
I do feel like there's something very specific happening with him. It's not that it's unique. I think you're right. It is very much the cop who walks away, but also like the idea that his fatal flaw is that he was not able to see, against, I don't know, it's mildly compelling to me. That he could not question the storyteller.
Yeah.
Chivalry will get you. Yeah, I think that's all I had to say. Anything for you to say?
I said what I wanted to say with Barnum and Gumshoe.
Oh, I forgot to address Fenn's question. Can you treason a dead guy? You could sedition a dead guy for sure. I think that if you insult a past king, most of the time, if you were to say sedition against a dead king, it's not great. Unless they're really dead and really old. In which case, it's like probably fine. Like, there's some things you still probably shouldn't say, but if you were to say, like, in 1500 that king from 1200 was a real idiot, that's not sedition, that's just historical analysis.
Cool.
Anyway. Phew. We finally
no, I did. I was laughing. That's why I was laughing.
Oh, I see.
Did you also get the DM?
Thank you. Very important DM. So
That's just
true.
for us. Thank you, Fen.
Thanks, Fen. Very important DM. Alright. Here we're back. We're so back.
We're in it.
Phew, we finally made it out of that tower. Fuck, where's my mouse? My mouse disappeared. Shit. And by my mouse,
You
I
mean the
my
DS.
stylus. My stylus.
Yeah.
disappeared.
Yeah, the stylus
Yeah,
for the
hang on, I'm
DS
gonna
that
use
you
the
need.
buttons on my Nintendo 3DS. Except I can't seem to make it function currently. That's weird. Just give me a sec for my...
You broke everything.
I
The
broke
game,
everything by clicking around
the
too
game
much.
was like treason. No more game for you.
So true. It didn't want me to explain treason and sedition.
Yeah.
Okay, can I actually just find it?
Us speaking out against the game is sedition. We're committing sedition against the game. I second that feeling. For a moment there, I wondered if we'd make it out safely. There's probably not much time until Aspella's trial begins. I say we look around for clues, so we at least have something to go on.
Indeed, that sounds like a wise suggestion. However, if it's all right with you, I'd like you to take charge of this particular investigation, Mr. Wright.
Sure, no problem. But what about you, Professor?
Me? Why, there is a place of particular interest that I would like to investigate. A place you'd like to investigate? Where's that, Professor?
Ah, Constantine! Whoa, where the heck did he come from?
Constantine looks rather worked up. Could something be the matter with him?
I don't know. I'll ask him and see.
Ah, good idea, Luke.
No, surely not.
What is it, my boy? You look like you've just seen a ghost. What did the little guy say?
He said his master, Inquisitor Barnham, has been relieved of his duties. You mean Inquisitor Barnum is no longer Inquisitor Barnum? But why? Apparently, he's been branded a traitor for treason against the storyteller, but apparently it's actually sedition. Barnum, a traitor. That doesn't make sense. What did he do? He couldn't have said anything.
He must have. How very peculiar. This has all happened rather too hastily for my liking. Treason usually requires an extended period of time of notable conspiracy followed by action. I don't think one could be accused of treason for just saying something. That would be sedition.
If that's true, then who's going to take his place as prosecutor in the trial this evening? Well, according to Constantine, that will be High Inquisitor Darklaw herself.
High Inquisitor Darklaw? It would appear this incident has taken a further turn for the dramatic. It would be wise to attend to our respective investigations without further delay.
Just a moment, Professor. It seems Constantine wants to tell us something else.
I'd be very interested to hear anything you wish to add, Constantine. Face on, Constantine.
It appears he'd like to show us the way.
Show us the way? Show us the way to where?
He, wants to show us the way to the Storyteller's Tower. The Storyteller's Tower? Why there? According to Constantine, there should be a vital clue up there. A vital clue?
Ho ho, this is most fortuitous. Huh?
Professor?
It just so happens that when I said there was a place I wished to investigate, that tower is precisely where I meant.
No kidding.
For the time being, everyone's attention is focused on the town square. So perhaps it might just be possible to enter that tower while it's not being quite so heavily guarded. At least I presume that may be the case.
You may have just found a chink in their armor, Professor.
Isn't that the tower where Espella used to live when she was a kid? What kind of clue do you think could be hiding up there?
Maybe the clue lies in Espella's past. Constantine says he knows a shortcut. He can lead us straight to the Storyteller's Tower. Follow me, Sir Top Hat, he said.
Mr. Wright, I suggest we split into two groups.
Okay, Professor. Be careful up there.
Don't worry, I shall be sure to return, armed with that vital clue, at the perfect moment in the trial.
We'll be waiting for you. In the meantime, we'll make sure we're armed and ready for the trial.
Mr. Wright, within the final story was written the following. The town, finally freed from the shackles of the story and witchcraft, will bathe in the morning light of the new dawning day. The new town will be aglow with freedom from the past and fresh hope for the future. If this story is to have the finale that has been promised, Espella too will bathe in the morning light of that new dawning day. Not what that means at all. Not implied, does not mean that at all.
I'm with you on that, Professor. I also can't read. Let's work together to make it happen.
Farewell for now, Mr. Wright. Come on, Luke.
I'm allergic to reading too! Amazing! Right you are, Professor. Come on, Constantine, show us the way. Probably a good place to take a break.
I agree. And as soon as I can find my mouse, I will click everything necessary to make that happen. I do this.
Fantastic.
There it is again. Alright, found it. Yeah, let's take a little break here. Can I just say, before we go to break, it's killing me that oh, thank God. Okay, I just read the first line. Thank God we're gonna go get the shiny thing. It was killing me. I've been thinking about nothing but the shiny thing this whole time, and treason versus sedition. It's the two things. Alright. Be back.